now entering the world of triple steps. Very cool world. You have lots of options. I'm going to show you a really standard triple step. I tend to keep the weight on the ball of my foot, and I move sideways. So I do a bounce, 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 and pulse, and bounce, bounce, bounce. And I'd like you to practice this by keeping the weight primarily on the ball of your foot, moving sideways, triple step, boom. And I really want to emphasize that you're going to syncopate the footwork. Now, what is syncopation? Syncopation is the uneven split of two beats. So if I demonstrate that, if you come in close on the fingers here, you can see that the outside fingers are beats 1 and 2. 1, 2, 1, 2. If I split those beats evenly, you get this feeling of 1 and 2, 1 and 2, which is kind of like a marching rhythm. 1 and 2, 1 and 2, 1 and 2, 1 and 2. But we're going to make it swing. So what I'm going to do is split the two beats, 1 and 2, unevenly. So I'm going to push the rhythm towards 2. So we're going to have a longer space here. So we're going to have the feeling of 1 and 2, 1 and 2, 1 and 2, triple step. That is the type of syncopation that swing music uses a lot. So I'll now show you those triple steps emphasizing the syncopation. A 1 and 2, a 1 and 2, a 1, quick, quick, slow, quick, quick, 1 and 2, and 1 and 2. Excellent. So now let's start varying the type of triple steps you do. The first one I'm going to show you is what I like to call a push triple. I'm going to use the shape of the body where I'm going to have one straight leg and one bent leg. I'm going to switch that on the other side. And I like to emphasize that my center, mainly my hip butt region, likes to go in opposition to my partner, and that's part of the partnering technique that I use. So I have this shape. So you want to sink, slide the foot out from underneath you while stretching your hips backwards. Boom. Now, if we try this with the triple step timing, we're going to have step, step, step. So underneath yourself, in front and back. Triple step, a triple step. And I'm going to rotate slowly so you can see all the different shapes. So I step that out in front of me. My weight kind of gets into the heel of my foot when it's out in front of me. I use this shape a lot. And I call that a push triple because I feel like I'm pushing the floor. It's also a similar feeling from the rock step section where we have press, because you press into it. But in the case of a triple, I'm actually doing full weight changes. So it's more of, in a sense, a rock step going forward in a syncopated timing. So we have triple step, triple step. So a nice thing to practice would just be a triple basic, 2 of them, then a triple push, and a triple push. Back to basic, then a triple push, and basic, and basic, and triple push, and triple push. Excellent. Now the third triple step variation I want to show you is a hook triple. I'm going to use the exact same timing, syncopated triple. I'm going to go behind and kind of replace. I'm going to go replace and open. Replace and open, replace and open. I find this especially effective as a leader because predominantly in the hop, the leader anchors, hangs out in one spot and makes that follow, come to them, we spin them around, and then whoom, we send them out at our rim. When I'm doing this, sometimes I feel like there's nothing to do. I don't get to travel, I don't get to do anything particular, but if I style underneath my body, it makes me look good, but then it allows me to maintain my ankle point. So that's why I end up using hook triples a lot. Whoosh. And now right there you saw that I did a hook right into a push triple. So you see, it actually starts, the complexity starts to build quite quickly. I've been breaking them down slowly for you, but when you start mixing them, it's kind of cool. So you can have your basic triple, your push triple, and your hook triple. So a basic triple, a push triple, and a hook in place. Triple step. Excellent. Now the fourth and final option I want to show you is to actually replace the triple step. I'm going to do a touch step. So now, think about a triple step as a way to change feet in 2 beats. 1 and 2. My weight started on the right foot, but I ended on the left foot. 1 and 2. That's the triple step. So if I do it the other direction, my weight starts on my left foot, I'm going to end on my right in 2 beats, or 1 and 2. Now if I do a touch step, it accomplishes the same thing in the same amount of time. So I'm going to go 1, 2, or 1 and 2, or 1 and 2. There's my touch. So it's just touch, step, touch, step. Now, I have to warn you, we've got a danger factor here. You want to be careful about doing the overlap. You know, this is what you see people at a wedding doing. They're like, oh yeah, I'm dancing. And they got that sort of 80s thing going on. They're like, oh yeah, I'm amazing. Kind of doing the 1 step. So you want to create more pulse in your body, boom, a boom, and swing it, right? You gotta have this pulse and this lilt in your body, and then it kind of has almost the same feeling as a triple, and triple, a boom, a do. You see that in my body? So now I'm doing alternating. So I have a full triple and a touch step, a touch step. So now you can practice all 4 in a row. So you can go 2 basics, your basic triples, your push triples, your hook triples, and your touch steps. All meanwhile, I'm maintaining that pulse and that bounce in my body. So there is your 4. Does it give you a solid 4 options with triple steps? Enjoy. Practice a lot.